Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the Basic Butch Tarot. My name is Jennifer Rose, and I am the head Butch in charge here. Well, happy Friday, September 24th, 2021 to you. Spirit called me to do a read today, so I'm just going to sit down and do the dang thing. What do you think about that? Full disclosure, I woke up feeling fine. I peruse some social media. Sometimes I just look at news and headlines from news and strolled through my Facebook feed. And I'm in Facebook jail too. Like, I'm still in Facebook jail forever, but I've also just stopped looking at it because it made me anxious AF. So here I am. I am going to read about this anxiety and find out where it's coming from. And Spirit was just like, hey. And my wife was like, hey. You think maybe Spirit's calling you to do some investigation? So sent her off to work, and I decided that, yeah, she's right. I need to work this out. I don't feel bad, and this is going to keep me from having a good day. I need to get out there into the world. I don't want to go out there with this underlying anxiety. I don't get out very much. So, hey, I'm just here trying to balance my shit. So if you're here trying to balance your shit, you're in the right place. I'm not perfect at balancing my shit, but I'm going to get there. And so will you. I listened to my wife's daily aspects. I told you that. And there was a particular aspect that I thought was kind of interesting. I think it has to do with Mercury and Pluto. And I'm going to stop shuffling here in a minute and look at this real quick. But Mercury's influence on Pluto, I believe. Yes, Mercury square Pluto. Under the influence of this aspect, we may find ourselves wanting to buy into a conspiracy theory or some sort of capitalist venture that is really just a scheme. Be careful not to let this get into some unproductive arguments or business arrangements. Mars says to act on things with priority. Hello. And that's a 2-day aspect. And I'm hearing you, Mars. I'm hearing you loud and clear. So that's why this Libra is sitting her butch ass down and shuffling. Ooh, I'm pretty impressed. I have rheumatoid arthritis. My joints hurt a lot, especially in my hands. And shuffling in this way. Ooh, that was a pretty good one. I feel supported by Spirit and protected by Spirit just by allowing me to properly shuffle these cards. So I've decided today that I want to do a 3-card read. I've also been led to just pull the top card from the deck and start there and see what's up. What I'm doing right now, that's how I cleanse my deck so I can start a new read. I probably should have done that before I shuffled, but I'm learning and we'll see how this read goes. As always with every read, take these things how it resonates to you, and if it doesn't resonate with you, maybe it resonates with someone else that you know, or maybe it's just not for you today. Okay, so dealing with this underlying anxiety, and I'm going to draw the first card. Oh, wow. The Eight of Pentacles. Woo-hoo. I don't know if you saw my last read. Actually, my first read. This card was in that for my lovely wife, Melanie. And so this is the Eight of Pentacles. I will point out that the first thing I notice is this person is diligent at some kind of art or craft, and they've been at it a long time. It looks like possibly they've really gotten the hang of it, and they're really getting down with it, and they've got that energy where, okay, I'm going to produce, and then I really feel like out of that production is going to come something beautiful. And right now I'm kind of feeling like I might draw the World card after I said that. But anyway, here's the Eight of Pentacles. That's what I've drawn. This is like, hey, keep going. That work you're doing, which is this, I don't consider this work, but it's work that I'm doing on myself. That work you're doing, keep that up, because you found a rhythm, you found something that works for you, and you're comfortable in it, right? This person looks hella dyke, is what I said before. And they've obviously been at it for a long time. Woohoo! So the Eight of Pentacles. So 3-card draw. Past, present, future. Let's go. Past, present, future. And in the future, I might not have to say these things out loud, but I'm learning, so I'm going to say them. Past, present, future. I'm going to start with current, because this is what I have control over, right? And I just looked down and noticed that I have dirt under my fingernails, and that's because I was repotting plants again. I was repotting plants. I had to repot my mom's. Libra shit. Anyway, so, ooh, the Star. Yowza. That is a quite beautiful card. And all I see is you might be taken under, you might be feeling pretty emotional about something, but don't let it get you down. Don't let it drown you. Get up there. You see the light? Go ahead and keep swimming. Keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. I thought I would never do any Ellen DeGeneres on my show, but apparently it's impossible. I am just a basic butch, you know. So anyway, The Star by Hannah Fofana. Ooh, I like that. The first thing I see are all of these purples and greens and blues and obvious water. And it really looks like while they're kind of underground, like they're a mermaid too, and they can swim to the top no matter what. So don't hold yourself back. Don't drown yourself in all this extra stuff that doesn't mean shit. Keep in the now. And this is my present card. So stay in the now and know that even if you're feeling overwhelmed by emotions, that you got to give up that shit and look up here. You got to keep swimming up to the top where that light is. And not only is there light, but it looks really celestial to me. It looks almost like, I was going to say bubbles, but it almost looks like the solar system and some stars and things. So yeah, I also see mountains and that coral down there. So it looks like maybe they've already gone through some things and now they're getting ready to get out of that emotional dumpster, that emotional dumpster fire that we create for ourselves a lot of the times. And rise to the top, babies, rise to the top. Present. I think that's a wonderful card. So working on some creative endeavors and finally got the hang of it. That's spot on, and kind of a just keep going to me. Just keep going, just keep going. And then another, like, okay, so you're emotional about it, but again, you just got to keep going. And then let's draw this past card. Oh, the Hanged Man. Wow. Oh, I feel this, y'all. I feel this a lot. Woo! So let me tell you what I see. It's that Garden of Eden thing again. I've been talking about snakes, and we just had a whole discussion. Well, not a discussion, but my wife and I were just talking about snake oil. And then that got me thinking about the aspects, which this aspect with Mercury and trining Pluto, I believe it. No, Mercury square with Pluto. This aspect started yesterday, and it's supposed to go 2 days. So we might be on the tail end of that aspect. We might be feeling this whole scheme and capitalist venture stuff, the snake oil. And then what do we choose? Like, there's the apple. I don't know, I'm going to call that the egg. The egg and the apple. Like, what are we going to choose here? You know, like, so many things are knocking down our door. So many ideas. And we're just, like, literally hanging out. I'm going to say that's super white girl energy, but I'm not sure. I will read from the guidebook here to see, you know, if I've picked up on anything that they were laying down as far as the graphics and everything is concerned. But I also see kind of like this circle of clouds. I don't know if that's a halo or what, but I kind of see like this whirlwind. Oh my gosh, I got caught up in this thing, and somebody was trying to tell me all of this story and these ideas, and they wanted me to get wrapped up and involved. Maybe they even wanted you to give them money for it. Maybe people just keep coming to you and asking you for money over and over and over again, or trying to sell you their goods to get money from you. That might be something that's happening, and you've either had it happen so much to you that you've got this whirlwind, like like the angel exhaust has just gone full circle, people, and you done wound it up in the damn trees, and now we don't know what to do. Right now, are we gonna eat the apple? Ooh, we even have a titty out. We got a titty out and everything, y'all. So these people are really these people or these items, or maybe even pop-ups on your damn computer trying to sell you shit. Maybe your wish list is hopping. Maybe it's showing you that, you know, extra dildo that you don't need in your collection through your Facebook feed. And you're like, no, no, no. But it's Libra season and we're all sexy romantic people, and we're like, yes, yes, yes. And then we're like, money, and then crash in the tree. I think, and then the snake is like, bitch, you done got wound up, and now I don't even know what to sell you anymore. I don't even think you're worth the money. So maybe that's a good thing. For me, honestly, this is speaking about Christianity, and it's been on my mind today. That snake, I've always disliked snakes because of Christianity, because of the Garden of Eden, the good and evil, that battle. I always think of that as being really terribly misogynistic and just an excuse to be a misogynist. So, yeah, that card really resonates with me right now, and kind of what my anxieties are. So, youch. But you know what? We only have one titty out. So even though they've talked us in and around circles and maybe even got our last freaking dime, we still got one titty in. So not all is lost here. We're not completely exposing ourselves, right? Like, we're still covered up. We still are like, yeah, whatever, bullshit. I see you, snake. I see you seeing me, right? Gosh, I really feel that. Whew. Present, past, future. A tower moment. I don't know. I can put a positive spin on this tower. Everybody can, right? The crown flying in the air, the obvious flames coming from the inside of the tower. I mean, this is kind of my tower moment. And this is really a great way to sum up this reading as far as how I'm feeling this morning. I got a little wrapped around some people that I felt that I know are being disingenuous to some causes, particularly, being snaky in our LGBTQIA areas. And I live in Arkansas, and I know everybody's just, a lot of people might just roll their eyes and be like, whatever, you're just being a victim. But that shit is real here. And unless you're here living it, don't come at me with that. Okay. This tower moment is me and this. I've been doing so much work, y'all, so much work. And this tarot reading really helps me. Like, I already feel a little bit less anxious because I'm like, yeah, I'm right. I'm right about my anxiety because I'm on the tail end of blaming myself for so many things. And I just need to get out of that energy, and I need to move forward so I can keep going and not as long as I stay in an anxious, indecisive energy, any snake is going to come through. I'm a scapegoat. By astrology, Libras are scapegoats. And I understand that about my existence. And I'm okay to help you on your road. Even if sometimes, even if you take my generosity and make me look like a fool with it. I gave it to you from my heart, and I always give from my heart, and that will never change. So even us kind-hearted people, we get it in the end, right? And it always seems like, and it seems like this seems so predatory, that snake being there. It's like, oh, we're here. We see you when you're down. And then we're just going to be nice to you. And we're going to show you that we can be nice to you. And then we're going to try to sell you on this thing. Not today, Satan. Not today, Jesus. All day, Jen. So I'm fighting with myself about this. I'm fighting with myself on how to deal with this, whether or not I should even talk about it on here. Just trying to get this energy out of my system, just regurgitating it and out. So I'm having a little inner struggle here. And particularly trying to figure out when I'm at my most vulnerable and keeping me away from people trying to keep me from getting out of that. And then people will see you being absolutely productive and sure of yourself and doing something that makes you feel comfortable and is in your creative spot. And then they'll be like, oh, hey, but let me help you out there. I see something better that you could do. By all means, if there's something, someone tells you about yourself, you should always investigate that, right? You should always look into that. I have a general rule. 3 times somebody tells me the same aspect or same I'm losing the word here. See, and this is what trauma does to me. Trauma makes me makes me sound like a bumbling idiot. My speech, like my voice just shakes and I get confused. See, it's almost like I've been triggered just by talking about some of these things. But anyway, so I'm having a tower moment with myself because I got to get over some things, and I have been finding out some more and more information about what I'm really doing to myself as far as my health and my mental health, my physical health. And I've got to learn how to stop it. So I'm having a battle. I'm battling it out. But I'm not going to just eat sugar-free or gluten-free, right? I'm not just going to choose one thing or another. It's about moderation. It's about moderation. You can have all the things in moderation. You can have all the things if you know that there's light up there and you do not have to be bogged down by this other excess bullshit that's not yours. Not yours. It's okay to have a tower moment. That's how we grow and change. And I feel really positive about this because I'm ready to change. I'm ready to battle it. I'm ready to battle it out. Still on this tower moment though, I'm drawn to that fire. I'm married to an Aries and I got that wind. As you know, my videos are long. I got that wind. I really feel like I should draw another card on this Hangman and on this tower. But I'm going to read to you about this Hangman card because it's interesting and I am caught up in all sorts of different ways that this could be a valuable lesson. I really just like the idea of this angelic person. I'm gonna say female, but this person really looks to be androgynous. It really does look to be androgynous. This angel that was just doing its angel thing, and then somebody comes along and says, "Hey, angel, what's up? You want something to eat?" The angel's like, I could eat. I can always eat. Damn! I felt targeted, you all. But I guess just by the card, it says the Hanged Man. But we should also remember that men can have female qualities too and still be men. Reading from the book, the Hanged Man here is an androgynous, non-binary individual hanging gracefully by their billowing robes from the branches of a tree. The figure holds the apple of knowledge in one hand and the egg of creation in the other. The snake often means temptation, but it also refers to awakening to opportunity emerging from the supporting branch. On this card, there's a great deal of fluidity and budding possibility in stasis. The Hanged Man is about suspending action and upending the old ways of seeing things. There is so much to move toward or away from. Ooh, the snake often means temptation. Maybe I don't like the snake because I'm easily tempted. I'm easily wooed, you know, like if somebody's just nice to me, like think about that. If someone is just nice to me, I'm just like, oh, somebody's being nice to me. You must be my best friend. Nope. You don't get credit for doing the things that you ought to do. And I say ought to do because you ought to be nice to people. The snake often means temptation, but it also refers to an awakening to opportunity emerging from the supported branch. I think the supported branch is these cards right here. And I think they're offering me an awakening into there are other choices than just these. And I still look damn good even though I'm caught up in a tree. So even though you're caught up in it, you know, maintain your, I don't know, Libra. My Libra self says, maintain your outward beauty. Kind of like, girl, put on your makeup. It's just a breakup. Miranda Lambert. Oh gosh, now I'm just channeling moms. So, tower. Let's talk about this tower real quick. Whew. I can feel my heart beating just a little faster. And it's not a bad anxiety at all. It's just like, wow. Yeah, I've been validated by these cards. Like, this is exactly what I feel like's happening to me. The tower. This tower card represents destruction, but the destruction of a tradition that may have held you prisoner. Can I get an amen? Amen. There can be pain and perhaps even rejection by loved ones when you come out or when you decide to live as your true self. But some castles deserve to crumble. The patriarchy will fall. You are strong enough to weather the storm. Wow. This is awesome. The art sources I do want to talk about in this because unknown artist for the crown. I don't know if you see that crown up there, and I really don't know if you can see this card very well, but there's a crown up there. It looks like it just kind of burst out after the flames ate up the inside of that damn castle. And it says, unknown artist, portrait of Christina, 1650 to 1655, Queen of Sweden. The young man is Dad, Richard, Hamlet and his mother, the closet scene, circa 1846. Tower, Cole Thomas, Italian coast scene with ruined tower, 1838. Lightning bolt, Vernet, Claude Joseph, the shipwreck, 1772. Fire in Sky, Vanderpoel, Egbert Levens. Fire in the Dutch village, about 1650. That speaks to everything in my heart. I have an English degree, y'all, and Shakespeare and Hamlet, that's my jam. And this Italian, this is all me. And this is the thing. This ornateness, like that little crown and you know the browns and everything. I really love the Renaissance era, and wow, yeah. all of those speak to me, and hopefully they speak to you. I'm going to draw a card. I'm going to draw a card on the Hangman and on the Tower and see kind of where we're going with that. And remember, I said that I was feeling the World card, and I'm not just going to look for that. I really feel like I want a little bit of explanation about these two things, okay? So we're going to draw the Hangman, which is the 10 of Cups, and that's a great card. And I drew it in reverse, and right now I'm not reading in reverse. I'm just not doing it right now. I don't know what I was going to say. So, wow, this is really colorful. Ooh, and maybe even a little, oh, is that person pregnant? I don't know. Of course, I chose to see something, dirty in that, in sexual. Sometimes that's just how it is. And then there's a hottie up here with the flag, and there's cup everywhere, and a celebration, maybe a wedding. Woohoo! The 10 of Cups is, those 10 cups are full, everything. It's a party. Party. You can see that, right? Even children. There's people sitting on each other's shoulders. Maybe they're even at Pride. I don't know. But it looks like maybe there's a bun in the oven. Either that or brown chicken, brown cow. I ain't mad, babies. Get on it. So let me read about that card, the 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups is always a good card. 10 of Cups is always a good card. I don't know about in reverse. Seems like in reverse 10 of Cups would be like, meh, meh. Come on, 10 of Cups. Thanks for hanging out with my arthritic fingers. Have I told you I have rheumatoid arthritis? Sometimes it just makes turning pages and picking up cards like this difficult, but that's all right. So this card speaks out of love's ultimate dream. Ooh, I like that. Of home and family for the rest of your days. It is joy and peace and the hope of the next generation. In the classic Rider-Waite-Smith deck, I've long believed that Pamela Coleman Smith deliberately inserted herself into the 10 of Cups, depicting herself and her female partner living together as a family with 2 children of their own under a rainbow. I strongly believe, although we can never know for sure, that what we are seeing in the card is the impossible dream of a happy same-sex marriage drawn by a queer woman of color over a century ago. Oh, that's beautiful. I wanted this card to be an homage in part to Pamela Coleman Smith and to that impossible dream which has finally become a reality for so many. This scene is intended to be the New York City Pride Parade in 2011, the summer that same-sex marriage was finally legalized in New York. Whew. Wow. That brought tears to my eyes, y'all. And on top of this, so here we go. How does that resonate for you? To me, it says, you know, I know that you all are saying that I have a choice, and you're giving me choices, and you're trying to show me all of the choices all at the same time, which is really overwhelming. It even like snatched me out of the sky while I was rolling around doing my angel shit and blessing things. And you all caught me up in this damn tree. You're telling me I can only eat these 2 things. And if I don't, there's a snake that'll make sure that I do it. And that's some bullshit. And if you have anybody in your life doing that to you, gaslighting you, or telling you you're something other, or that your idea is not as good as the ones that they've already presented to you, fuck off. And this says, yeah, bitches, fuck off. Life is sweet. Life is good. Life is what you make of it. Family is what you make of it. They don't have to be by blood. Absolutely powerful card. Yes. And I feel that anxiety just melt away a little bit. And I heard my air conditioner kick on. So hopefully you can hear me through this. We're just going to bounce through this read because this is my first one that I've just like set at the table and read. And my cards are warm, my hands are warm, so it's ready to draw this card on the Tower. And then, oh my goodness, yes, yes, yes. I drew the Lover's card. In this card it says, I'm HIV, queer and proud. Queer Liberation March. Quiet educator fighting for a green world. In an army of lovers. An army of lovers cannot lose. People kissing, holding hands. It made me think of the one time when I was in college, when I got to hold the pride flag with a friend of mine to start the pride parade in St. Louis. It must have been like 92 or 93. That was great. That was a great day. I think that was my first pride, actually. That's awesome, but woo! The colors are just amazing. It's Libra season. I'm being really drawn to the pinks and the purples and the sparkly, and whoa. So hey, obviously this is New York City. There's a New York PD sign there that you probably cannot see, but I see a huge tower, and I'm not sure if that's part of the city or not, a clock tower, but in the background is this awesome Statue of Liberty. And truth be known, I plan to visit New York City, and my Libra self is going to get a Statue of Liberty tattoo. So, my Tower card that looks so desperate, and yes, it could mean an inner conflict, but to me, I think that conflict's been going on, and I think that I'm at the tail end of it. I am done with all the snake oil salespeople. I'm done listening to only that. I'm done being gaslit by these ideas because I know that when I put my mind to doing something and being productive in my creativity, whether it be writing, thinking, feeling, how I present myself in the world to people, what I do in my community, once I get started, once I figure out my way, there's no stopping me. I'm going to keep producing that. I'm going to keep producing quality. I'm going to be dedicated to that. And while I may be in my emotions, and while sometimes I allow them to drag me down, I never, ever don't see that light. I always, always swim to the top. I will never, ever let anything get me completely and totally down. And listen, you can be happy no matter who you're with, what you're doing, as long as it makes you happy. Those definitions and those terms of family and those terms of, quote, mother, those terms of everybody, the gender-specific terminology we use and what have you. What matters is our happiness and our experience. And if I experience happiness, how can that love be wrong? First of all, how can love be wrong at all? Well, guess what? It can't. And that Lover's card says, we're all lovers, baby. We really are. We allow this shit get us. We allow these tower moments keep us down longer than we need to, because this shit really isn't as important. So rise up, my loves. Be productive. Do everything in love. And family is whatever the fuck you want to make of it. Don't let anybody tell you any differently about your love or yourself. That is a great read. My anxiety scale before I started this read on a 1 to 10 was about a 13. After this read, I'd say it's about a 7. I think it's probably at least cut in half. I've been given a little bit of validation through spirit and the cards, and I feel my smile coming back. Ain't that great? It's just that easy. I may not know my way around very well just yet, but Spirit is leading me. And oh my, what a ride we will have. Thank you so much for tuning in with me today. If this resonates for you, give me a shout out in the comment section. Subscribe to my channel as I start doing more and more reads. Please, 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 please be kind to yourself and others. And know that every little thing is going to be all right. It might take some work or some time for that to happen. And it might really take getting real about your experience. But you've got this, y'all. I've got this. Don't let all those choices cloud the way for you to have your own and to create your own balance and happy. I'm going to leave you with whatever's on the bottom of this deck. My very favorite, Butch. The King of Wands. Great way to balance that shit out.